In today's video, we're going to be discussing the NHL suspension to Bruins forward Brad Marchand. This is a follow-up to yesterday's video where we discussed the hit on Devils forward Marcus Johansson and discussed what we thought might be the outcome by the league. Well, the league's handed down the suspension, so I wanted to follow up and discuss that a little further. And that's coming up next. Welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. We review and analyze all 31 NHL teams, so if you're a huge hockey fan, consider subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. So the NHL has come down with its ruling and they suspended Bruins forward Brad Marchand for a total of 5 games. Due to the fact that he was offered a phone hearing and not an in-person hearing, this was the maximum number of games allowed under that rule. If they were considering 5+ games, he would have been offered an in-person hearing, and that wasn't the case. So therefore, he was obviously given the maximum allowable games for suspension under this situation due to the fact that he had a phone hearing. Now, based on yesterday's video and all the comments and feedback that we've seen, obviously we want to thank everybody for checking it out. There's certainly lots of views and lots of comments, so we certainly appreciate all the hockey conversations going on, which is great. I just wanted to follow up the league ruling and kind of re-solidify my points here, why I think this was a dirty hit, and then I want to get everybody else's feedback as to what they thought of the number of games that now that the suspension has been officially handed down. Want to get everybody's thoughts as to what they think and if they think it was fair. So obviously, as I mentioned yesterday, I still don't feel any differently. I've gone back, I've watched it a few more times again, just to make sure that there's no way that I can look at this any different and change my mind. I try to be as objective as possible. You know, I don't come on here to talk about any particular hits or situations to show any bias towards players. I really like Brad Marchand. You know, he is a tremendous hockey player who's really turned in. You know, at one point he was kind of known more for just being a pest, and now he's known more for being a superstar who scores tremendous amount of goals for his team, plays in all situations. You know, he's represented my country of Canada, which is the jersey I'm wearing today. You know, he scored a major goal for us to win the World Cup of Hockey. You know, I've had plenty of times where I've cheered for this guy. You know, he's from the Maritimes, he's from the same part of the country that I'm from. As much as I like the player, I don't like his antics, and I don't like how he goes about his business when he has moments like this. There's just absolutely no need of it. I've watched the footage many times again. I just don't see how you can defend this hit, but that's my opinion. If you want to leave a comment down below and disagree, you're welcome to it. That's the whole point of this channel, is to have hockey conversations with all the hockey fans out there across the world. So after reviewing it again, like I said, I personally look at this as nothing more than a flying elbow that a lot of WWE wrestlers would probably be proud of, to be honest. I mean, to see him come in and stick that elbow out, there was absolutely no need of it. I've yet to find any media coverage, whether it be on Sportsnet, TSN, or any of the other hockey YouTube channels that I pay attention to and that I watch, which I know some of them are, a lot of you probably watch as well. And pretty much for the most part, we seem to have a general consensus across everywhere that this was a dirty hit. He deserved to be suspended. And that's just that. At some point in time, I really hope he changes things. I mean, after this suspension takes effect here, and the money he's going to lose from it, added up with all the other money he's been fined or lost due to previous suspensions, we're talking on over $800,000 that he's forfeited in his career due to these antics. So, I mean, not only is it costing him reputation, it's costing him a lot of money in his pocketbook. Now, I realize players like him, they make millions of dollars, but at the end of the day, you know, who wouldn't want almost an extra $1 million in your pocket, better than yours than somebody else's, right? I mean, this is getting to be a little bit crazy. But I just want to let everybody know that I really do like this player, and that's part of the reason why I find it so frustrating. I mean, I really hope for Marchand's sake that he can cut this crap out of his game, because there's no need of it. He does not have to play on the other side of the edge. Like, having an edge to your game, having a physicality to your game, I love that type of hockey to watch it. It's very entertaining. But when you cross the line and you do dirty stuff like that, it's not a hockey play. There's no room on the ice and in the game, in my opinion, for stuff like that. So those are my thoughts. Certainly leave some comments down below on what you think of the suspension. Do you think 5 games was fair? Do you think it should have been more? Or are you still with the belief that this was not a dirty play and that the NHL shouldn't have been so severe on him. So leave some comments down below. I want to have all of your thoughts, and we can certainly have plenty more hockey conversations and debate down in the comment section. That's what this channel is for. Like I mentioned before, I want to be very interactive and conversive and get everybody's 2 cents here. So certainly go ahead and leave that in the comments. Don't forget to check us out on Twitter. You'll see our link to our Twitter handle right here. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. We'll catch you next time.